You once laughed at someone, and today you can't even reach where they stand. It's funny, but you remember him not because he was brilliant, not because he was popular, but because he was always behind. Yes, and that person is Charles. Charles. He sat in the same classroom as you, but it never felt like he belonged there. His books were always warm, torn. His handwriting struggled to stay straight. His answers came late or even wrong. While others understood quickly, Charles needed time. While others finished early, Charles was still trying to understand the question. And slowly people began to decide who he was. Not smart enough, not fast enough, not going anywhere. It didn't happen in one day. It happened little by little. A laugh here and a look there. A slight agreement that Charles was just average at best. But what most people don't see was what happened when school ended. When others closed their books and forgot about learning, Charles continued. Not because it was easy, but because he refused to stay the same. Every day he struggled, his mind moved slowly. But his heart worked hard. While others depended on talent, Charles depended on effort. But effort is quiet. Effort is not flashy. Effort doesn't get applause in a classroom, so nobody noticed. And because nobody noticed, people kept believing the same thing, that Charles won't go far in life. Years passed. School ended. Life began. At first, nothing seemed different. The smart ones went ahead. They got into good schools. They moved faster. They looked like they were winning. And Charles, he struggled again. Applications failed. Opportunities slipped. Doors didn't open easily. For a moment, it looked like everyone had been right about him all along. This is where most people stop. This is where most people accept the label given to them. But Charles didn't, because he had already been living in a struggle. Failure didn't shock him. It felt familiar, so he did what he had always done. He kept going. Yes, he kept going. While others slowed down after early success, Charles was just getting started. He took small jobs, he learned skills nobody paid attention to. He failed again and again and again. And something strange began to happen. While others depended on what they already knew, Charles kept learning. While others feared starting over, Charles has already mastered starting from nothing. And slowly life began to shift. Not fast, not suddenly, not steadily. One opportunity led to another. One skill became useful, one connection opened the door. Years passed again, and then something nobody expected happened. Charles became successful. Not just okay, not just managing, but truly successful. The kind of success people talk about, the kind of life people admire, the kind of peace people wish for. And now the same people who once overlooked him began to look again, but this time with confusion, because it didn't make sense. How did the slow one get ahead? How did the one they ignored, because the one they now respect is that very one they tagged slow? How did the one they doubted build a life they now envy? The answer was simple, but painful to accept. Charles was never behind. He was just building something different. While others were running fast, he was growing strong. While others rely on what came easy, he built what lasts. Because life is not a classroom. Life does not reward who is fastest at understanding. Life rewards who refuses to stop growing. And here's the truth many people don't want to face. The people you think won't become anything are often the ones quietly becoming everything. The people you think won't become anything are quietly the ones becoming everything, because they learn something earlier others ignored. They learn patience, they learn resilience, they learn how to keep going when nothing works. And those lessons, those invisible lessons, are what build a life that lasts. Today, Charles walked a path once dreamed of, not because he was the smartest, but because he refused to stay small. And somewhere, someone who once laughed at him now wishes they had his strength. Because talent may give you a head start, but character decides where you finish. Never judge someone based on how they perform in school or early in life. Some people grow slowly but deeply, and deep growth creates strong success. What look like weakness today can become strength tomorrow. I want to give you 3 practical life action. Number 1, stop labeling people too early. Don't decide someone's future based on their present struggle. Give people room to grow. Secondly, focus on effort, not speed. Instead of rushing to be fast, focus on being consistent. Small daily effort build real success. Then the third thing I want you to do is keep growing. Even when it's hard, if something felt difficult, don't quit. That difficulty is shaping you into someone stronger. Yes, the person you almost give up on might become someone the world cannot ignore tomorrow. Thank you. Like and subscribe to this channel. Comment in the comment section if this story resonates to you, and tell me what you also learned from the story. See you next time. And do not forget, most of the people we looked down on while in school are the ones that are living the best life today. It does not mean that you cannot live that same life or even a better one. It just means that you should not write anyone off so quickly.